Hi guys, here we have a barbell front squat. So this front squat, there is a lot of different way of doing it, okay, and there is some stuff we have to talk about to be secure and safe here, okay, when you're doing it. I see so many people doing that, you know, in a certain way where I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh my God, this guy will not stand up tomorrow. So you don't want that to happen to you. So how to do it? First is a setup. You want to have the bar, you have different way of doing it, but you want to use like a front rack. If you're really good, maybe we just clean the bar, okay, depending of the weight there is on it, but most of the time we're way stronger on the front squat than we are on the clean, okay? So you want to have the bar starting around, if I'm here, a little under my shoulder level, okay? If it's too high, what will happen is that you might be able to unrack the bar, but after when you will be done with your set, you will not be able to rack it back and you will be kind of stuck and starting like yelling help everywhere in the gym, okay? So you don't want that to happen, so make sure, you know, like the bar when you're starting is under here your shoulder level, okay? After when you're arriving here we have already like two different way of doing it. If you're like kind of, I would say pretty flexible, you will come here under, grabbing here. So as you can see here, the position of my hands, I'm pushing here and I'm putting the bar like right on my, here on my fingers, okay? The bar is on my shoulders and my fingers are holding it too, okay? And from here, I will push, unrack the bar, step back, okay? And start doing my movement. Now, let's imagine that you're not as flexible or that you have like ginormous arms, okay? Can be the case. What will happen is that if you go here, because your arms are too big, you will not be able to put the bar and your hands like at the level here of your shoulders. So what you will do in this position, coming back here under the bar, putting the bar here on your shoulders, and instead of grabbing the bar here, you will cross your arms here and then lift here your elbows up, lift it, and after step back. This was the way of Arnold was doing his front squat, okay, because you can imagine that with arms like him, he was not able to do the first position, okay? So now again, how to unrack the bar. When you're arriving here, I really want you to have your back totally straight when you're lifting the bar from the rack. I don't want you to arrive from here, okay, and to lift it here, okay? This is where you can hurt yourself pretty badly. So you want to arrive, go, you know, from here, the position that you want, but when you're going under, you want to have your back totally straight. Lunge position here, or the full here squat position. Okay, leave the bar, step back, and after you will be able to start the movement of the front squat. So when you're here, really important, if you look at my elbows, when I'm doing my front squat, I'm not letting my elbows goes down. If my elbows goes down, what will happen, I will go down here and I will not be able to support the bar and the bar will fall forward. Okay, so you don't want that to happen, so you want to keep your elbows up when you're doing it. And come down in your squat, focusing on keeping your elbows up the whole time, okay? And after coming back up. Now, how low should I go? Again, another debate, okay? So, as low, where can you go? Some people will have no problem to go up and down, okay, all the way down, no problem, and they will want to do it, okay? Do it. Some people will say, I want to have this part here of my hips going like under here the level of my knees. If you're able and healthy and you want to do that, you can do it. But my recommendation will be really about your spine. When you're here and you're squatting, you can see here, if I'm pulling here my t-shirt, you can see that my spine is having, you know, this curve here. And when I'm squatting, you can see the curve, and I will exaggerate it, but you will see at some point I will not be able to maintain it, and I will go down here, okay? So this moment, yes, we've heard from Glenn. This moment when you see, you know, that you're losing the curve here, it's like you're not mobile enough to go lower than that and be safe in your squat, okay? So you want to, maybe in the beginning, looking at yourself in the mirror and see, okay, I can hold it. Here, it's starting to turn at this moment. Well, this is my limit for my squat, and that's it, okay? And try to not like think too much about it. This is your limit. And maybe your friend will say, you have to go lower, and this and that. This is your limit. You want to be healthy. You don't want to hurt yourself. So this is where you stop, okay? After, you can work your mobility, okay? Working your mobility, you might be able to go lower. But in the beginning, look at the curve here and stay here when you're doing it. The last point when you're doing it on your squat, going down, you want to have your toes going a little on the outside, okay? And I recommend you to not have your knees going in the inside when you're doing your squat. You might feel it, you know, like sometimes when you're here in your front squat, some people after, when they're pushing on the way up, they are doing that, okay, to come back up. Don't do that either, okay? You will just destroy your knees. So you want to keep here your knees, you know, like in the same direction of your toes, going all the way down here, and after all the way up, staying here, okay? And now, guys, you know how to do a correct front squat.